Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Vince, also known as PleasantKenobi on the internet, and I am here to show you some Death and Taxes gameplay in another episode of what I call slow play. So if you're used to my normal gameplay videos where I hammer through things very fast, drop references and just meme about a little bit, this is a bit more reserved, more chilled out, recorded on, well, I was going to say a Sunday, but today's actually Monday. Time blurs into one when you're a famous content creator. But it's going to be a slow sort of talk it through. I'll cut out all the crappy little sort of pauses and gaps where nothing's happening and take you through a league with my favourite legacy deck. It's a pretty straightforward and standard list here. I'm playing Death and Taxes with two spicy one-offs. So basically the deck is, for those that don't know, it's a white weenie deck that plays creatures that disrupt your opponents and looks to eke out a win through disruption and applying pressure. The disruption normally comes in the form of Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, Wasteland, and Rishardan Port. On top of that, you've also got the ability to apply pressure through Stoneforge Mystic and an equipment package, Jitte, Fire and Ice, Batterskull. They all have their applications. One is better against Elves, one is better against Delver, one is arguably better against Burn. There's a lot of discussion about which cards you should actually get at which time, which we'll hopefully go through today. The other thing the deck has is Recruiter of the Guard, which is a relatively new toy from, it's been around for about 18 months now. It allows you to search up your Flicker Wisps. It allows you to search up your Mirren Crusaders, which are great against Fatal Push and black decks in the format. Sanctum Prelate to lock out Storm decks. Palace Jailers to exile that singular threat they've got. All the new spice. The new spice is, firstly, Walking Ballista. Now, I had someone ask me on Discord this morning, over on the MTGO Traders Discord, I think it was, or maybe it was Cardsphere one, I forget, why we play this if we can't go infinite. Walking Ballista is still a very good Magic card without having to go infinite. The card was good in Standard, the card is good in Shops and Vintage. I mean, obviously it fills a different slot in this deck to that, but the point is, it doesn't have to be a combo payoff. What Ballista allows the deck to do is to give it that extra bit of reach to kill someone when they're turning a corner. Like, for example, when Miracles terminuses you and they're low on 4 life, top decking or tutoring for a Ballista off of a Recruiter can win you the game. It also allows you to win the mirror because it can kill Mother of Runes, so it's very, very good. It's kind of like Secret Tech for a little while. Not many people were playing it. I actually won a Scrubland at the last Action Legacy Masters event by playing this card, where it was great against both the mirror, Dredge, because it pops bridges by just sacrificing itself. It was great against Miracles. The Miracles player's eyes widened when I tutored this up and had 8 mana available. He was not expecting that. But more and more people are playing it, which I'm going to come to in a moment as well. So I think this is becoming kind of de facto go-to one-of in the deck anyway. The other new spice is Hallowed Spirit Keeper. This is under the recommendation of John Ryan Hamilton, also known as XJCloud on the Death and Taxes Discord and on Twitter and on Twitch, where he mainly plays. He took down a 4th place finish, I believe, a 40 duel tournament, legacy tournament, about a week or so ago, and he's playing one of these main, one of these side. Now, I'm not going that heavy on it. His sideboard plan's quite different to mine, which I'll come to in a second as well. But this card is apparently very, very good against any non-Plowshares grinding deck. So if you're just grinding through Grixis Control and then this dies, you're probably going to get like 5, 6, 7, 8 1/1s by the time you get to kill it. It's good bad against Plowshare decks, so the mirror it's not probably that great. But yeah, it seems like an interesting inclusion. It's a 3/2 body with Vigilance that can be tutored for as well, and gives you the ability to create a lot of bodies to grind with. And the art's really cool as well. I think it's an avatar apparently. It looks like something out of Dark Souls meets Yu-Gi-Oh! I think. And then we've got the sideboard plan. So we've got 2 Path to Exile and 2 Council Judgment to diversify and increase our removal count. For decks that have minimal threats like Reanimator or Dredge, Path is great. Council Judgment is also good at killing problematic permanents like Emrakul's, Inkwell Leviathans, and of course True Name fucking Nemesis. We've got Aethersworn Canonist that hates out Storm and Snapcaster. We've got Sword of War and Peace. I'm not sure if I want to play this today. It gives me another slot actually. Maybe I should play the other Hallowed Spirit Keeper. Yeah, you know what? Grixis is our worst matchup. Why not? So we're cutting the War and Peace to play a second Hallowed Spirit Keeper. Let's see if this helps us against the mid-range decks. Python Needle is just, or Pithing Needle for the correct pronunciation for those in the comments who are a bit angry and mad about this sort of stuff, is a great catch-all answer to all sorts of stuff from Dark Depths, Thespian Stage, right through to Planeswalkers. Which historically we have a bit of a struggle with because Revoker is too easy to kill. We have 2 Surgicals. for hate against Dredge and Reanimator and Storm and any deck that relies upon its graveyard. We have a singular copy of Rest in Peace and we have a singular copy of Remorseful Cleric. Essentially, I don't think it's correct to leave the house without at least 4 bits of graveyard hate and legacy as of late. I used to always be on 2 to 3 copies of Rest in Peace, or 2 copies of Rest in Peace plus an Enlightened Tutor, or 2 copies of Rest in Peace plus 2 Enlightened Tutors. But I think especially when Reanimator went from blue-black to red-black, it got a lot faster. So I think Surgical is just much, much better there because those decks are just so fast. On top of that, I've got a Disenchant. The other option here is Leonin Relic Warder. But I think Leonin Relic Warder, again, similar to Revoker compared to Pithing Needle, that discussion, is a little bit delicate and dies to removal. In the mirror, for example, I just want to blow up their Jete. I don't want to put it under my Relic Warder, just then unlock it with the Plowshares later. Also allows you to do more blowout potential when you haven't got a vial to flash in the Relic Warder with. Lastly, we have Gideon to help us grind into the grind decks and give us a threat that things like Miracles as a deck struggles with. They're not very good against Planeswalkers. And we've got another Palace Jailer, which is a card advantage engine plus a removal spell, all in one body. The card is insane. The reason I'm not playing 2 copies of Palace Jailer in the main, like I have done in the past, is because I don't think it's very good against decks that go wide, so Pyromancer decks, for example, or decks with Nimble Mongoose is a truly nemesis. I don't really know what the meta game for Legacy is like at the moment, other than Miracles and Grixis being the topical MG Goldfish. But yeah, this is the deck I played, maybe 2 months ago. 2 months ago with a Hallowed Spirit Keeper tech over a Remorseful Cleric in the main and a Remorseful Cleric inside over the extra sword. So that is the deck list. A big shout out to my patrons and MTGO traders. MTGO traders are the premier site for buying your cards. You can use the discount code GGGetWrecked to get 8% off your orders, and they supply you all my cards for all my videos, and they're fucking awesome. And a big shout out to Cardsphere as well, another one of the sponsors. So with that introduction out of the way, as Tony would say, let's jump into the game. We have rolled a fucking 1 because that's just how Magic goes. And we've drawn a 1 land over the vial. We've got a mum, but we can't risk this. This is a straight up mulligan. I mean, land off the top could unlock our Stoneforge Mystics, but land off the top could also mean that 1 wasteland could take us off of the lands we need again. So let's go mulligan from there. This isn't great. It's got a Vial, Revoker, and Jete though. I don't think we want Cavern of Souls as we've got a Vial. Let's see what we're up against. Okay. So they leave with a Lotus Petal. So this could be anything from Storm to Charbelcher at this point, or even possibly Reanimator. Oh, it's weird. Lotus Petal in a Glimpse deck. So Glimpse is normally played in Elves, so that is unusual. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't know what this is. It's Elves with Lotus Petals. That is very interesting. And a very weird opener, because this doesn't seem like to be a very valuable Glimpse. Yeah, that was a pretty weak Glimpse, to be honest. We've got Jit in hand, which is actually great for us. Like, really, really good. I guess I am playing a Val this turn with a plan of Plowsharing whatever mana dot they play and then Wastelanding the Bayou. We might have to plough the Quirion Ranger, though, because Quirion Ranger can bounce forwards back to hand to untap stuff. And we don't want them to do that in response to our Wasteland. But yeah, that was a very weird first turn. For the record, Elves is one of our worst matchups. I don't know what Lotus Petal Elves is like. Probably better, because at least we can interact with the petals through Thalia and Revoker. And Revoker can turn off mana abilities on artifacts, which Pithing Needle cannot. And Thalia obviously makes Lotus Petal cost more as well. They appear to be passing through their main phase. They don't appear to have another land. This could be very good for us. Okay. So they can now bounce the Quirion Ranger with the Wirewood Symbiote, which is interesting. If they don't play a land here, I'm perfectly fine with them doing that so we can get the Wasteland on the Bayou. No land. Okay, cool. Mono's starting to do this thing where I have to put that on the stack even though it's the only trigger there. That's a really weird thing that's started happening that I never used to do. Okay, Sharding Port allows us to develop our board, I guess, but I think I'm going to plough this. He'll bounce it with Wirewood Symbiote and then we'll Wasteland his Bayou. This is good because 8th Devour will still allow us to get Revoker online next turn to turn off whatever thing he's got in play, whether that be the Symbiote. Okay, so he does that, that's fine. That was basically an unsummon. which in this circumstance when the mana screwed isn't so bad. If they've just cut lands for petals, it might be like a turbo version of Elves, I guess. I'm sure someone in the comment section will tell me how this is the new Elves tech, but it is pretty weird. Do they find a land off the top? It's a pretty good land too, guys. It's a pretty good land. So we're going to probably revoke the Wirewood Symbiote, and we should import the Gaea's Cradle. We're going to revoke the Wirewood Symbiote for the simple fact that with Symbiote in play, we can't actually connect with Jitte because I'll just bounce whatever blocks with it. A Wasteland would be good. That's not a Wasteland, that's fine. So we're going to play Port. I guess I'm going to activate Aether Vow in their turn, depending on what they play. Because if they play a Heritage Druid off the top, I feel like they haven't got a Heritage Druid, although it would have cast it in place of the Wirewood Symbiote. That's how it feels to me anyway. So as you can see, we're doing the D&T thing of denying their mana. They have an instant speed green spell. They play Green Sun Zenith. Crop rotation for a land. For another Gaea's Cradle, I guess. So they can make a land drop and make 2 mana this turn off this. So what they can do here is they can tap the bar in their main phase for green, and they can bounce back to the Hammer Korean Ranger and tap it and play it again for green, which allows them to generate 2 green, which gives them quite a big boost of mana here. I want to blank this if I can, but I can go get a Wisp to connect with the Jitte off of the Recruiter. So I'm going to now activate this in their upkeep so they can't float the mana later. I'm going to Korean Ranger just to minimise their access to mana again. Probably hear my keyboard clicks because I don't have a good enough directional microphone, kids. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. So that's fine. So if they miss a land drop here, they're still only on 1 mana. Where if they miss the land drop with Korean Ranger able to be activated, they'd be on 2 mana, which can make the difference between an explosive turn and a... That's a problem with Legacy Elves. They might look like they're out of it, but they can have turns that are just insane. Rewarded for ludicrously greedy. Oh, that is really good here. The question is whether they get Perfection Revoke or the Vial. I prefer they blew up the Revoker, but they're going to get the Vial. Of course they are. Okay. Okay, so they've lucked out. They've lucked out incredibly. They're playing a really weird version of their deck, and they've just drawn like double Gaea's Cradle into Reclamation Sage. Unless they were holding... To be fair, they could have been holding the Gaea's Cradle in hand for fear of Wasteland to play at the right time. So maybe they didn't give 1 land hand. They just didn't want to play it straight out against D&T. So I really want to port that Gaea's Cradle and upkeep to stop them from just going off, I guess. I would love to develop my board, but if they just natural order into like a Creator Hoof or Progenitus, we'd be in so much trouble. Thalia would make that difficult, but then again, land drop still unlocks it, so I think I have to just port here. In Legacy, you can do that with D&T, you can play the long game. Against Elves, it's not so good. Like I said, you can play the long game and then just like explosively blow you out. Really want to get another land off the top next turn. Or a Wasteland. To like deal with the Gaea's Cradle and allow us to develop our board. My rule of thumb is the turns that I don't wish to import are normally the turns that I end up losing the game in a lot of Legacy games. They considered offering the trade for the Ranger there, but they didn't go for it in the end. Do they use Ranger now to cast a Visionary? Just another Symbiote. Okay. Alright. That's fine. Land, preferably Wasteland. So we're going to port them again. If we draw another land, we'll be laughing. But the likelihood of drawing a 5th land now is pretty low. Or 6th land, because we've already Wastelanded this game. No combat here, because Thalia... Oh, he considered attacking with the Sage. The awkward situation we've got here is that we can't play Jitte next turn, even if we don't draw another land. And Jitte is also not very good with that flyer, so we really want to draw a land for the Recruiter, ideally. Or a second Revoker on Wirewood Symbiote would be pretty good as well. Sanctum Prelate's a weird one in Legacy Elves matchups because putting it on 1 stops Glimpse of Nature, put it on 4 stops Natural Order. And then you've got Green Sun Zenith is the other problem, isn't it? I mean, we can tap out for the Jitte, but then they get to use the Cradle. And because they're not playing anything with the Cradle tapped down, it just tells us the cards in hand are either other Cradles, which they'll probably be playing out at this point, or larger mana spells that aren't 1-drops because they're not playing anything off this Bayou. Or it's just they aren't 2 mana spells like Visionary or Green Suns for 1 either. That's pretty good for them. They have exactly 3 Elves in play, plus the 2 Wirewood Symbiotes to tap and untap stuff, so they're about to start making a lot of mana and play a lot of dudes. Rex Sage number 2, eh? Well, they bounced the first one, that's what it was. That's pretty bad for us. Yeah, the Jitte, something I hadn't considered actually, is that the Jitte's locked behind that Vexage anyway because the Y would symbiote. I mean, a walking ballista would be pretty good here. As you can see, when they've got loads and loads of untapped happy taps, they can get to do some silly stuff like this. This is probably a Crater Hoofer for the natural order now. Actually, no, they're 1 mana short. The problem is, if we play Sanctum Predat on 4 to stop a natural order from killing us, the Gaea's Cradle allows them just to green suns enough for the Behemoth, because they can go tap 3 Elves for 3, tap the Cradle for 5, that's 8. 9 with the bays, that's enough for the Cradle right there. Then they can untap the Elves with the Wildwood with the this matchup is fucking miserable. I mean, you can play a 1 or 2 of Holy Light in the sideboard if you have a lot of Elves in your local meta game, but it's just not worth it on Modo. Guess Chalice is quite good against Elves as well. Now they can tap all 3 of these Elves again to make 3 more mana and cast more Elves. They've probably drawn off a Glimpse. It's a cool deck, but it's a miserable matchup. I'm still thinking about that Lotus Petal. It doesn't seem very good. More mana. Natural Order A. That's going to be enough to kill us. Let's say they present that sort of Crater Hoof though. Oh, the Shaman of the Pact. They might be a budget version of Elves. Now they bounce that back to their hand with the Rangers and stuff. They've got a Buyer in hand and mana to make off the Heritage Druid. We'll take a load more next turn. They bounce it in our end step, untap, play it. Bounce it again, play it. Yeah, I've seen enough. There's not really much we can do here. I'm assuming they don't have Creative in the deck then. So we've got our Aethys One Canonist, we've got our Paths. I mean, I might bring in 1 Council's Judgment as well. Spirit Keeper doesn't seem too hot. Prelate's okay. Palace seems bad because they go so wide and we can't stop them. We can trim a Mystic perhaps, and 2 Thalias. I mean, they do slow things down, but not enough. Do I cut more Thalias to keep in the other Stoneforge? I think I do. Jitte's too good. Jitte's too good not to shoot for. The problem we've got is Wreck fucking Sage. Ugh. According to Goldfish, Elves is the 14th. Is that right? The 13th most popular deck at the moment. He even GG'd me. That was is that rude? I can't tell. This hand seems good. Really good. Okay, let's keep this. Like Stoneforge against Jitte, play a Canonist, Walking Ballista some dudes away. Feels good. We've got a Plowshare for the turn 1 Dork. If he plays a Dork. What if they go for the Petal kill here, where they go off on turn 1 with Heritage Druids? Maybe that's what the Petal allows them to do, just have like a turn 1 kill, like 5% of the time. So they crack their Heath. And what do they find? A Bayou or a Forest? Probably a Forest, yeah, that makes sense against the Wasteland deck. They tap the Forest and they get... I think I just kill it. Because then I'm going to play a Canonist and they're going to play 1 spell a turn then. And then 1 land off of... they can't Wreck Sage yet either because of that. So let's go like this and... Haha! My trap card! Right. Then if they have like a land into Dismember, they can Dismember and play a dude. Or dudette. But I doubt they... Well, they probably bring Dismembers in if they've got them in the sideboard. Abrupt Decay is another way to kill it as well, what we could see here. But Abrupt Decay would be better because it means they're taking a whole turn to do it. While Dismember, although it costs them 4 life, allows them to play a Dork and start developing their board, and we want to stop their board from developing as much as possible. If we draw a land, we're going to go Stoneforge, keep up on mana, in their turn we can then Plowshare one of their guys or guyettes. Oh look, Aquarian Ranger. Are they on 1 land again? Oh, no, they got the guy's Cradle. Okay. Fine. So next turn they can Wreck Sage our Aethys One Canonist, which we don't want them to do. So I'm going to Plowshares here. It means that Gaea's Cradle doesn't do much. It means they can't Wreck Sage next turn. If I pathed it, they could Wreck Sage next turn, which I don't want to happen. So we're just trying to slow them down as much as possible to be able to develop our board. It's frustrating that we didn't hit that 3rd land drop, to say the very least. Because we had a Stoneforge and then Plowshares or Path in there. Upkeep would be very good. If they do kill, we're going to kill Canonist here. We can Path to secure the extra land, but then 3 lands doesn't matter. So There's an irony there. I'm going to path that end step as well, because that's also a problematic thing for our Jittes. They've missed a land drop here, we're giving it to them. This is why path isn't so good in Legacy, especially when you're trying to mana deny people. Okay. Now if they Rex Sage, we can kill it with a Walking Ballista, and our Jitte will go free. Somebody hit a land drop to prepare to play Rex Sage. They must have a Opticate of the green-black, right? That's just a Visionary. That's their only spell for the turn, thanks to the Aether Swarm Canonist, which is great. So this turn, if we draw a land, we can. Well, we can't play Jitte because of the Caracas. Play a Vial. I'm going to play a Caracas. I'm going to choose to keep the untapped Caracas. That way we can make a Jitte in their end step. Attack with Canonist. The Gaea's Cradle taps for mana now, so they can even natural order to go and get a Reclamation Sage. On the upside, both Green Suns and natural order are both sorcery speed, so they can't do it in our turn. So making the Jitte an end step is very good here. Rex Sage, here it comes. Was it Green Suns for 2? Another Wirewood Symbiote. Okay, interesting. Means Jitte can't connect next turn. They probably want that to try and draw cards anyway. To make a Jitte. We untap. And we put a counter on our Aether Vial. And we draw a Mum we can buy an end of turn. That's very good here. So, if we go to kill the Symbiote, we can attack. That makes his Gaea's Cradle worse. I think I do that. Attack first though, I guess. He can blank some damage here and bounce it, but then we get to do a turn where he doesn't have a Gaea's Cradle mana again. It's all about resource denial! Get him! Oh. Okay. He took it like a champ. Go to upkeep. He'll bounce an end step, right? Right? No, okay, upkeep. Let's kill your Symbiote now then. So you can't make the mana in your turn for some gross thing. I mean, I don't think there's anything that gross that could come here. I guess Green Suns. For the Vex Sage, but then does he kill Jitte? Does he kill Canonist? Does he kill Vial? Well, he kills Jitte, like 100%, but... Oh, he really is a fast mana version of Elves. But at least it's an Elf. Does he attack for 1 here? Or do they want to keep blockers back? Oh, the 1 damage. No. Okay. We go to 19, and then we make a Stoneforge Mystic. Sorry, a Mother of Runes in their end step. Tick up our Vial. Oh, buddy. I love it when a plan comes together. Let's equip here. If we equip the Canonist, it makes it too easy to neuter the Jitte with like an Abrupt Cast, something similar. Target which you control is cancelled. Did I click the right thing there? The menus have changed slightly. Boom! Headshot. Now if they played X1, it dies to Jitte, and then Plowshares kills the other thing, and we might take game 2, steal it out from under this fast mana Elves deck. Ah, I see. My one true weakness. Okay. That definitely names Jitte, I think. That's fine. That's... Yeah, I mean, it slows down our killing him plan. But, so that's a pretty solid draw, but not backbreaking, so we're okay. They can still play a spell after that as well, because it's an artifact. What 2 mana spell could they have? Probably some sort of X1, maybe a Visionary? Oh, that's a good one. We're going to kill that in our turn with Plowshares without a shadow of a doubt. Turn, let's make a Stoneforge Mystic. That's basically just going to be a squire that attacks next turn unless we draw a land. We're going to get Fire and Ice, because that allows us just to whittle down the board. It's not this is not a match where we try and keep our life total high like with Batterskull. This is a match where we need to kill everything in sight. I'm going to tick this up in case we get to flick it up. Huh, okay. That was a good draw. Okay, let's blow this up. Let's go to combat. I mean, Fire and Ice made it a faster clock, but we just don't want them to randomly make enough mana to Rex Sage our Canonist and Open the floodgates. Canonist being alive is important. I guess Mum could have pro-greened there and they couldn't cast both Rex Sage and Abrupt Decay, so perhaps I'm playing too cautiously. In hindsight, it looks like I am, actually. I could block and make protection from green with Mum, but it just takes too much time and I don't think there's any benefit to that. No to our Vial. Vial on 3 is the sweet spot. Oh, yes! Big claps. Big claps. So we can 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 damage. We kill off his board. Or I can take the needle out. Give pro green on the Stoneforge and attack for 2, 4, 6, 7 damage. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad. 7 damage is a lot, but not enough to kill them. So guess I can go attacking, flicker the needle, pump in response. Yeah, let's do that. How do you block, my friend? How do you block? Oh, full behind a clock. Maybe I'm talking too much. I think I'm talking less this time around. I'm being very on the game. In the game. Like that, eh? Sure. Let's go ahead and do this. Yes. Yes. Do this. We had the option of voiding up our Stoneforge with a pump there, or just shrinking their Elvish Spirit Guide. They can see this. Sweet as a nut. Okay, so we know they're like on a fast manner sort of attempt at the deck. The Spirit Guides and Petals, which probably allows them to kill quicker. Maybe they're just like Turbo Elves, I guess. I don't know if that's a thing. Feel free to Google it right now and leave it in the comment section below to tell me if it is a thing. Yeah, we just want a similar hand to what we had last time. That was G again. Even one loss, so maybe they weren't being bad manners last time. We've got Plowshares, and Mum, and a Ballista, and a Jitte, and a Mirren, and we're on the... Oh my god. Okay, we're going to keep this. We can kill their stuff for 2 turns to try and draw that land. And then, like, Mum into Ballista to kill something, into Mirren, into Jitte, and equip is strong. I mean, that is 3 lands from now. I'm going to keep it. Live life on the edge, right, guys? Live life on the edge. I mean, we've got a very good game if we only draw 1 land, to be fair. Okay, that's not land. That's fine. Okay, Plowshare number 1. Oh man, keeping the 1-landers with no Vial. I mean, Vial's a good top deck as well. There's a lot of good top decks with this hand. If the hand wasn't full of such gas, I would never have kept this. Okay. Bayou, green, black. What's this? Visionary! I don't really want to kill a Visionary. Visionaries aren't that scary. Right, so we'll better play Mum and Plowshares this turn. Come on, deck. 1 land. Oh, mwah! Chef's fucking kiss on my tits. Play a Mum. Pass the turn. We can then Plowshare things in response. We can Plowshare things if we get more information. Oh, it feels good. We Plowshare the Visionary if they play a Symbiote because it allows them to draw a ton of cards over the course of a couple of turns. Revoker's pretty good draw, to be fair. I mean, it wasn't the land that we needed that turn, but we didn't even need the land to this turn, so actually that worked out pretty well. Maroon Crusader with a Jitte on it, by the way, does a lot of work. They play Heritage Druid here. We're going to plow... They play a Symbiote with Plowshare and the Visionary. Okay. Or do we Plowshare the Symbiote because it blanks our Jitte hits? Or it doesn't through Mirren, actually, does it? This is a tough one. So Symbiote allows them to blank hits and reset Rex Sages and Visionaries, but we can Revoker it, I guess. Range allows them to untap for mana. If they play Heritage Druid next turn and we haven't Plowshared the Visionary here, we could be in trouble as well. There are many decisions to be made here, kids. Many, many decisions. That's a very titilicious Visionary, isn't it? Look at the wabs on that. I untap target creature by playing a forest back to that. Oh, it's turn 3, isn't it? Oh no! Maybe we didn't want that to happen. Play a Heritage Druid. And then I'm gonna fucking kick myself. I'm revoking the Heritage Druid next turn though, without a doubt. Nettle Sentinel A. we draw a land, we're probably playing Mirror Crusader. If we don't draw a land, we're probably... It's a question between Revokering the Ranger or Ballistering. I think Ballistering is probably the correct line, because that way, if we play a Heritage Druid, we aren't in a situation... That's happened by playing Visionary. Fine, fine, fine. Be that way. See if I care. Okay. I was kind of hoping we would draw the planes, because then it's less choices. Now we have multiple choices to make. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. I've got 2 mana to play another land. I've got this. No, I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk the biscuit. Because this allows us to ramp them as well. Or fix their mana, should I say. As well as ramping. So I'm going to kill that. Because that allows them to play a land again, which they missed a land and drop this turn, so... Yeah. That's the better way to screw them. Screw you, Benny. As Arnold Schwarzenegger once said in Total Recall. Try to draw a land there, I guess. I mean, he could have attacked first, but I would have just blocked them other runes and tapped pro-green. Oh, they got there. Motherfucker. Attack for 2. Fake the Dismember? No? Right then. Fuck you, whatever. See if I care. Plowshares, eh? Okay. Oh, do I just slam the mirror in now? It opens up a window for them. The other option is I can play Revoker here, plow one of their things, next time I draw a land and get him with a Jitte Revoker. That's probably the safer line. I name Heritage Druid with the Revoker. They crack the fetch, because people always do. They forget that this cannot name lands. Pithing Needle can name fetch lands, but it can't stop mana abilities, just so everyone knows the difference. Let's name Heritage Druid, because it's probably the most degenerate card off the top. And it opens up for the biggest blowouts. I mean, even if he casts it, we can then Plowshare something. I mean, he might just cast it out to get it out anyway, to then try and Rex Age or Revoker, I guess, turn after, to unlock it. God, I'm so cautious. All I'm doing is playing in the most cautious possible way, because it's because this matchup terrifies me. This and Red Black Reanimator are the 2 matchups I just do not know what I should do against half the time. I know what I should be doing, but there's always options, and I always hit the line that is the slowest and most methodical. And perhaps sometimes you have to shout YOLO and go for it. Ah, I see. You're going to bounce a land back to your hand and do things. I understand. This way around as well, we can Plowshare as a symbiote, so we can actually get in with a Jitte if we do draw the land. If he plays a symbiote, we can't. Shaman of the Pack. Green, black, black. Elvish Spirit Guide. Okay. Okay, I think putting the fast mana stuff in probably dilutes your deck too much, I think. You're better off playing Elves, you don't have to do that. Get out of here. Stoneforge Mystic. Huh. 3 cards in hand. Heritage Druid locked out. Get his Cradle at the top could be Brutes. Okay, let's go for the Mirror Crusader. The less creatures we keep on the board as well, and the less bouncy untappy shenanigans, means that they can't just Shaman of the Pack us twice in return and kill us. So keeping the board state clear is very important. So next time we just want to top deck a land more than anything in the world to equip that Jitte Mirror Crusader, hit them for 4 and kill their entire board. Or the vast majority of their board, should I say. We can only kill 2 2/2s. Okay, they're thinking long and hard about what to do here. I don't know if they're doing the math to see if they can just kill us. Lotus Petal. A lot of turns where you die in Legacy start with a Lotus Petal. Oh my fucking god, what does that mean? Oh boy. Okay, scary. This is a weird version of Elves. Did they go and find, like, Rex Sage? That's shit here. Like, Shaman of the Pack? No, Birchlaw Rangers. Okay, some fast mana. Okay. Make a Birchlaw Rangers. They're going for a kill here. Very, very much so. Tap 2 creatures, make a green. Crack for another green. And a black. And a black. Natural order. Oh man, we're dead. Are we dead? We're so dead. Buddy. That is 9 plus 2 6s is 12. What is that? That's 27 damage? No, 12 plus 9 is 21 plus 5 is 26, and we have 4 back end. We're dead. That's really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. What could I have done differently? Not a whole lot, if I'm honest. That's just how the cookie crumbles. I'll make sure my mouse isn't completely fucking off the wall here, and I'll just put these all in front of this. Click OK. Give the evoker protection from green. Like, keeping creatures off the board was 100% the right thing to do. And I'm dead, right? My maths was correct. It was a rambling, stumbly maths, but I think it was the correct maths. -2, GG. I can't even message him back, so it looks like I'm being rude. Sorry, Amog. Sorry. Well, okay. That took a lot longer than I thought it would. Hadn't thought about that so much. That might go up as a video on its own. So hopefully you enjoyed that. So drop me a comment below. Let me know what you thought of the deck and the video. Do you like these slower paced, more rambly, sort of in-depth views of games? It won't be the norm. I will be putting out the big, fanciful, hyper-edited gameplay videos once a week as well. But drop a comment below. Don't forget to like the video because it always helps out. And share it with your friends as well. And let me know what you thought of the Turbo Elves deck my opponent was playing. It seemed pretty cool, actually, with Summoners packed in it as well. Hopefully I'll upload some more matches from this league, if any of them are interesting or show me in a good light. And I'll catch you all very, very soon. Ta-ta for now.